Hello, beautiful people. I'm Chris Maddox, founder of the Wild Woman Project and Wild Woman Fest. And I'm speaking to you today because we always meet like this at new moon time. And the new moon is upon us, depending upon your time zone. It arrives on December 3rd or 4th, 2021. So each and every moon cycle here at the Wild Woman Project, we share in a theme. And we are in for such a treat this moon cycle because this theme comes out of the poetry and the spirit of the great wild woman poet, singer, dancer, thinker, activist, mother, Maya Angelou. Rest in peace. So I want to start by reading a quote of hers to frame the exploration today. So this quote actually comes out of one of the volumes of her autobiographical series, which begins with, "I know why a caged bird sings," which, by the way, her friend and mentor, James Baldwin, encouraged her to write this series. So here's a little line from it. She writes, "I don't trust people who don't love themselves and tell me I love you." There is an African saying, which is, "Be careful when a naked person offers you a shirt." So Maya Angelou, I think, really embodies self-love. And in her poem that we're going to explore today, called Phenomenal Woman, she unabashedly celebrates herself. And it's a really beautiful thing to witness. And I think, this kind of authentic and sort of deep love of the self and respect and admiration for the self, the joy that she takes that comes through in the poem, can inspire all of us to kind of open ourselves up to loving ourselves a little bit more. So let's read the poem and then we'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to read the whole thing front to back. And you can hear almost like a song in the rhythm of this poem. So I'll try to do it justice. I could never read it as well as she could, but here we go. Phenomenal Woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand, or they fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. Because I'm a woman, phenomenally, phenomenal woman. That's me. Ow, ow. Yes, you are. So even to read that poem out loud, which by the way, I'm going to link below this video so you can play with the reading of it out loud. We're in the middle, or not in the middle, I guess we're in the first season of this Path of the Poets exploration. And one of the ways to unlock poetry for its teaching and its mysticism, its magic, is to read it aloud and to let it come out of your voice and let it reverberate and see how that feels and what it does. So you can take a look at that link below this video so you can read it aloud yourself. One of the things I love about sitting with this poem is pondering this thing of true, not hollow, deep, not surface, self-regard, self-respect. It's obvious that she appreciates herself, and that comes out of knowing herself very well. She knows what she is and what she isn't. She knows, all of the ways that she's talking about this phenomenalness. It's in this and it's in that, it's in this and then that. So much of it she's describing in movement, in the way, in the click of her heels and the sun of her smile. She is, in a way, pointing to the ways her spirit is illuminating her form. And, self-love is like one of these buzzwords, that's used a lot. And we have to be careful anytime a word is used a lot or a phrase is used a lot, that we have to really make sure we hang on to its true meaning. And I think especially in our sort of modern social media culture, there's a lot of humble, or sorry, that's not what I meant to say, hollow self-boasting, like that doesn't have like the roots that Maya Angelou is expressing in this poem. It is a little bit more for show, right? Or a lot more for show, depending upon what we're talking about specifically. But I think to sit with this poem and to allow ourselves as women to be inspired by Maya Angelou's respect, love, and celebration of herself is an opportunity to do the same thing toward ourselves. And we can be totally aware of, our own conditioning. I know I was raised that you don't brag on yourself. You don't. In parts of my family, it's like, don't say anything. You don't want that person to get a big head or whatever. So even when I start to sit with this poem, it's changing now that I've sat with it for a few more weeks. But when I was first approaching it, I had a lot of resistance, even to the idea that I might celebrate myself. But I want to go back to that original quote from Maya Angelou. I don't trust people who don't love themselves and tell me I love you. So I know when I hear that rings very true, right? She says, she quotes this African saying, which says, be careful when a naked person offers you a shirt. That resonates. So I think I want to love the people I love in a very deep way. I want to see and to celebrate them. And, I can't do that properly if I don't have the capacity to love myself. It's just a little out of balance. It's a little out of whack, you know? So I want to set this at your feet, to write a verse of this poem using Maya Angelou's structure. And if you share it with anyone, just make sure you share that you're using her structure. It's always a good thing to do, to credit when you have borrowed. So can you write something? She's saying it's in the this of my that, a this of my that, a this of my that, a this of my that. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. So this new moon, can you just take a little time and celebrate yourself? And if you want to write your verse in the comments below this video, we would love to read them and celebrate you with you. And in the spirit of sharing, I'd like to share what I wrote for myself. So for this new moon, in the spirit of Maya Angelou, in the framework of Maya Angelou, I say, it's in the howl of my laugh, the warmth of my gaze, the words that I choose, the way I spend my days. I am a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. So have fun with that practice. Write it in your journal. You can make a little note, put it on your altar, on your desk, or on your nightstand to remind you. And, in her framework, the second and the fourth line, the last words rhyme, just so you know. So have fun with that, and allow this moon cycle to be a moon cycle where you fill your cup by seeing yourself. And that doesn't mean you have to be perfect, right? I know from reading Maya Angelou's autobiographies, she wasn't always feeling this shiny, right? But at the end of the day, she respected and loved herself even through the hard times or the difficult times or the times she was experiencing unravelings in herself and in her life, hard times in the world. She was an activist on top of everything else. She worked in an administrative capacity with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement. She went through and experienced so much. And I think with everything that's been going on in this world of ours, I think to acknowledge that it's not been an easy time and it's been quite a challenging time. And one of the small ways that you can just let a little light into your sphere and to your being is to love yourself and to celebrate yourself. So please do that. And if you do it in the comments, I'll celebrate with you. If you'd like to join a new moon circle, we have facilitators all over the world. There are many facilitators who are leading online right now. So I'll put a link below this video to the telecircles that are happening, as well as our full list of facilitators who are leading public circles. And many of these circles will be centered around this poem. I also want to say 2 community announcements. Number 1, Wild Woman School is coming up. So this is grounding journaling practices for creativity and resilience. This is on December 7th, which is rescheduled from last week. I was having some technical difficulties, so if you can come on December 7th, please do. And if you can't and you're really interested in the topic, you can sign up and all participants get a copy of the recording. It's choose your own price, scholarships available. I cannot wait. This is my most central of spiritual practices. So I can't wait to spend a whole evening talking about it and giving you some tools to walk, into the rest of the year, into the new year with. Second community announcement is we have our winter immersion coming. February 2022, we will gather for 4 weeks with an intimate group. We'll gather 3 times a week. This is online from anywhere. There'll be a Wild Woman School session on Monday. There will be a Wild Woman Project Circle on Thursday. And then on the weekend, there are joy-making sessions. So we did this winter immersion for the first time, February 2021, and it was incredibly rich, both deep and joyful. And so we're so excited to do it again, to do it for the second time. So if you are interested in, carving out some sacred space for yourself this winter, love to have you. Link below this video. You can sign up for email updates. We will be announcing registration details, the specific theme of this one, and those details are coming really soon. So get on the email list if you are interested. Thank you so much for your attention today. May you let the spirit and style of Maya Angelou inspire a little extra fire in your eyes and sun in your smile and click in your heels and arch in your back this December. Thank you so much.